sci-fi horror thriller with balls.
Hey, this is Greg with Fit for Expedition, and I'm with
Steve from what's my channel?
Ocean Adventures in Switzerland.
Desert Adventures in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, I hope you guys can see us. I'm looking at it right now, and it kind of looks like we're very backlit, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're pretty dark.
Yeah. Well, you can hear us. I think that's probably the important part. What's going on, Steve?
I don't know.
What just happened.
Yeah,
we're still
on, though.
We're still on.
Yeah.
There we go. already off to a smashing start.
Yeah, we're good. We're out here in the Ironwood Forest National Monument.
Mm-hmm. We're in the exact spot where we had the meetup in February earlier this year. In fact, right behind us, you might be able to see it. It's the fire pit. That's the fire pit. It's the same exact spot as last year. I was surprised it was still in the same place, but it is.
How's the wind, everybody? Is it windy? Do you hear us okay?
Let's see. Is anybody having issues hearing us? I'm looking at the YouTube side right here. That's why I'm looking away from the screen. And let's see who's here. I know that Lily and Ringo and Czar and Marshall were here earlier, so I said hi to them earlier. Hey, Desert Adventures in Arizona's here.
Hey,
look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised. Fairy Dust is here. Hey, Brene, how you doing? Let's see. We've got Linda Barker's here. Hey, thank you for coming, Linda. And I think, am I caught up?
Did you get Marshall?
I got Marshall earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Marshall might be popping up here. He might be showing up on the screen. We'll see. But we're here to talk about the meetup that we have. It's an annual thing now, the Arizona Ironwood Meetup, it's basically something that we started a couple of years. It wasn't quite 2 years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was actually over the New Year's from 2021 to 22. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then February 23, and now we're going to be doing it in February 24, basically after all the things that are going on at in Quartzsite and Ehrenberg's Palooza, and something I go to, which is the Bluegrass Festival in Blythe. Now I'm going every year, and it's right around the same time. It's right in that same period in January. That's the second weekend in January that I'll be going to that. But yeah, so we'll be up in that area. We'll probably see a lot of you up there. You're going to be up in that area, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then right after that, we'll be down here. So, and if anybody has any questions about what's going on at the meetup, let us know if we can help you, if we can answer any questions. But we thought we would start off with talking about what's here, what is Ironwood, and what's in the area. So I'm gonna let Steve talk about that because this is kind of his backyard.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I live about 2 miles down the road. Excuse me. And we live out inside the Ironwood Monument. There's some private property out here, and we bought a piece of land out here and had a house built in 2004. And so I do a lot of wandering out here. I know the monument real well. And those people that were at the meetup last year got to see quite a bit of it. So we have some petroglyphs out here that are 6,000 to 8,000 years old that were put on these rocks by the Hohokam Indians. We have Ragged Top Mountain up there, which is a really cool looking mountain that you can climb if you're so inclined. We have some old mine facilities up north on Sasko Mine up there. And so the idea is for people that want to get involved and get out and see the monument, see what's out here. I'll have this vehicle behind me, which is my old Cherokee. I'll have a Jeep and a side-by-side out here that we can run around in. And we had a lot of fun, and everybody who came last year, I think, enjoyed running around and checking things out.
Yeah, so there's basically a ghost town in the area with some ruins and remnants of old buildings, and there's the smelter.
Yeah, the smelter, yeah.
Which is
Sassville smelter,
kind of
yeah.
part of that whole ghost town area.
Yeah.
And then you've got the petroglyphs
Mhm.
that you can take people on a hike to,
Mhm.
which is not a tough hike. It's not an easy hike, but it's a short one.
Sure, there's two sets of petroglyphs out here. There's one on Red Hill Road, which is a little bit of climbing to get up there. And then there's a set of petroglyphs down in the Wash, which we went last year. And anybody with they can walk, a quarter of a mile can make it down there. You just walk down a wash, you look at the petroglyphs, and you walk back. It's all pretty flat walking, so it's not too difficult.
I haven't been to that one.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
So I'll probably go on that one this time.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's the former missile silo over there. At least the location. Yeah. I'm sure there's things underground there.
Right. But it's all been covered up now because people were breaking into the silo and going down the hole and exploring down there. So they covered it all up. So I missed that. Sealed it.
I missed out on that.
You missed out on that. Yeah. There's also the glider port.
That's right.
Here. Yes, we went out there last year and watched gliders take off, and one of the attendees, Paul, actually got a glider ride. So he was out there hanging out, talking to the pilots. Really nice people out there. They're really friendly, and he got a glider ride, front seat glider ride last year. So he really had a good time.
Mm-hmm. I didn't make it to that one, but yeah, So some of the things that we have planned, though, we cover everything that's out here? No, we didn't. There's others.
Pretty much.
Well, for one thing, that you're about 20-minute drive from Marana, like where there's a lot of fast food restaurants. There's another like steakhouse bar there, right?
Yeah. Circle S is out here. That's family-owned.
That's a 10-minute drive.
Yeah, that's a family-owned saloon where you can, if you want a beer or something to drink,
or steak,
and food, they have pretty good food.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what is in the area? I mean, there's a smoke shop down there in Marana, if that's your thing. There's, there's, like I said, fast food restaurants, a couple little stores. There's the Dollar General right here. It's only like 10 minutes.
Gas station.
Yeah. Yeah. A food truck, that kind of stuff, about 10 minutes from here. So if you don't feel like cooking, you can just drive down the road and get something to eat.
Right. Hey, Gracie just came in. She was out here.
Oh, hey, Gracie, how you doing? Gracie was parked right across the street, or across the dirt road right here. Yeah. And that was in February. Which are we going to keep doing it the first weekend of February? You think is that going to be?
I think it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Somewhere within a week or two, kind of keeps everybody thinking that the first part of February is Ironwood Meetup, and we don't want to bump up against anybody else, but kind of squeeze in between everybody. If we need to adjust it, we certainly can.
Right. I mean, there's probably there could be a little bit of overlapping here and there, but that's same with the other events too. Sure. Other people's meetups, and that's great because then you just go from one to the next, and it's already happening.
Yeah, there's Starbucks, Gracie mentioned, and Fairy Dust talked about. Dutch Brothers is out here.
Oh, is it?
So up in Little Marana, there at the Marana exit, there's a lot of new fast food places now. You have Taco Bell up there.
I was just up there. Yeah.
Dutch Brothers up there, and they're continuing to expand that area and adding more.
Bisbee Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
which is a really good place. Have you been there?
Where?
The Bisbee Breakfast Club.
Yes, many times.
Yeah, that place is great.
Go-to place. Yeah. They have great breakfast and even a good lunch too. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like a place that you could go with a group if you wanted to go up there with a group of people. What's the temperature here in that time of year? What do you think?
Well, you may hit freezing at night. So anyone who comes out has to prepare for cold nights. But we do have a fire pit. And last year, Gracie did some research and found a guy who delivered wood out here. And I have his business card. And so I'm going to actually have wood delivered to my place, my property, a couple miles down the road before the meetup starts, because we had a delay. I brought some wood out, to get us through a day or two, but I didn't have enough for a big fire like we wanted. And so I'm going to have some wood delivered.
Okay, that's cool.
Put it on a trailer. And then when it's time to come out, once we get the spot selected, I'll bring the wood out and we'll have it on day one.
And hopefully this spot right here we're in will be available.
Hopefully.
Because this is a good spot. You
Yeah.
can get about 10 or 15 right in this spot.
Right.
And then kind of
now last year
branch
what
out.
I did was I drove my Cherokee out and I would look around, I'd drive around and look for spots. And I actually sat down here by the road and watched a lady packing. She was a van lifer, and she was here with her son, and I saw her packing up this spot right here where we're sitting, and I said, that's the spot. So I had a chair and a couple bundles of wood in my Jeep, and so as soon as she left, I threw some stuff down, and then I ran home and got the clam and rushed out here and put it up. So I'll do the same this year. If anybody shows up early that was here last year, if they grab the same spot or somewhere close, that would help too. But yeah, hopefully, because it's going to get busier this year.
We'll be out here early because we always come out a couple days ahead of time, and set up. So I think we'll probably get the spot, right?
Yeah, I think we have a good chance.
Yeah,
somewhere in the same area anyway. There's a few farther back, and it depends on whether we get rain, whether those are accessible. It gets a little muddy the farther back you go. But this area out here, I selected because it's easy in, easy out, and doesn't get real squishy when it rains.
Yeah, that's good. It's real packed. Yeah. Although I did notice that there's ATV donuts right here. Yeah. So if there's no one here, they're
out here playing. In fact, Hiromi and I come out here when everybody leaves after the season. We come out here and we pick up trash. So we pick up all the beer cans and soda cans out of the fire pits and haul everything back and throw it away. So we try to keep it cleaned up as much as we can. And you get ATVers that are running up and down the main road that, throw their stuff out. Yeah. As they're driving, and we pick that up too. So
that's good. Yeah. That's cool. There's another thing about this area, which is pretty great especially for Arizona, because a lot of the BLM areas, you got a lot of flies, and there's not that many flies here.
No, not many.
It's not too bad. And I mean, not that many bugs of any kind, especially that time of year.
Oh yeah, February will be fine. And I know that Renee will be happy to hear, and she learned this last year, that the rattlesnakes are all hibernating in February.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe we can try and dig some up, try and get some out.
We could probably wake a few up.
Yeah.
And bring them out.
Just for Renee.
Now, I saw that Marshall posted the Facebook group.
I was going to mention that. That's the next thing I was going to mention.
So anybody that wants to jump on there, and then you can ask questions of the four of us, primarily Marshall, you, or I, if you have questions about the meetup and how to get out here and what things you can access. And a lot of questions come up of, where do I wash my clothes?
Isn't there a laundromat right up there at the circle? Oh, but there's not now?
It's closed now.
Okay.
But you have to go into town. So
into Tucson or Marana?
Marana has some, I think.
Okay. Okay. That's not that far. That's 20 minutes.
Yeah,
at the most 20 minutes. Of course, with the dirt roads and depending on your rig.
Or you could just do what I do and just flip your clothes over and wear them inside out.
Yeah. Or just bring more clothes.
Or bring more clothes. Or use a bucket.
Use a bucket.
Yeah.
I got a big sink in here, and we got one of those plunger things. Yeah. And then I got a line that's retractable, goes right through the truck. So I can just hang my clothes inside there to dry. Yeah. Especially if you're driving down the road, because then you can decide the wind dry your clothes.
Oh yeah.
It works pretty well.
Windows up, you're good.
Yeah. I saw someone else came in, and now I got to go back and determine who that was. But what about some of the things we're going to be doing this year? Mark the Shark. Thanks for coming in. What about some of the things that we're going to be doing this year?
Well, I think when Marshall gets here, and I assume Marshall's still coming, he got a new van, and he's working on that. So hopefully he gets that roadworthy and gets out here. And if he can get out here fairly soon, I think we'll put together a list of things to do. It worked pretty well last year, and then you can sign up for things that you want to see. So if you want to see petroglyphs, you just put your name down there. We'll have a day and a time, right? And then we're also going to have some food share some food like we did last year. Have one night where people
potluck,
potluck type thing.
Right, and I know one night we're gonna do Mardi Gras theme night because it's February. It's pretty close to Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not actually right on the date, but that'll probably be one of the weekend nights, I would think, because we're gonna probably have hurricanes and alcoholic beverages. So, so that should be fun, and that could be what maybe do a potluck on that night.
That could be.
Start
off with a good heavy meal, and then have a nice evening.
Yeah. Hey, when we come back, let's talk a little bit more about that. But I just wanted to play this. Well, hang on a second. I've lost it. Never mind. We can keep going. I can't find that now. That video I was going to play. Anyway. So some of the other things you're gonna make a cornhole set.
Yes,
right.
Yeah, we'll have cornhole out here for anybody who wants to play, and we'll just leave it out for anybody who wants to mess with it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have a beer pong table, and I know Ron will probably be big on the beer pong.
Oh yeah, I'll bet he will.
Yeah, he'll probably run that.
And Ron will be out here too, huh?
Yeah. Ron will be.
America.
Actually, Ron was talking about coming out here before he even goes to the court site.
Okay.
So he was going to spend a couple weeks here and then go out to that court site area. I just spent, I spent a couple weeks with Ron in Texas.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, in Texas and New Mexico, and found a really nice place north of Silver City. Mm-hmm. Have you been up there? There's a campground called
recently, no.
It's Mesa Campground. It's $15 a night, and it's electric and water. Nice. I mean, and bathroom, flushing toilets, and everything for $15.
Is it a state campground?
I think it is. Yeah. It's right. It's got a view overlooking a lake, big lake, and now I'm missing. Lake Roberts.
How big a campground is it?
Probably 50 spots.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
But not that close together. You know what I mean? There's some space, so it's not like you're staying in a gravel lot with 8 feet between each vehicle.
Yeah.
Which I've never done personally, but but people do it.
So Gracie asks, you taking donations for the wood? Excuse me. When everybody gets here, we'll do the same thing, Gracie. If you want to collect money for the wood, I'm just going to pay for it up front and have it ready here because I think it's important enough to the meetup where I'll have it ready. So I'm going to have it delivered probably a couple weeks before, and just have them throw it on a trailer for me so I can haul it out. And then she also, Fairy Dust asked,
that's right here,
portable outhouse rental.
Can we get away with that, being that it's public land?
I don't think so.
Because then you got an event.
Yeah, if you have a construction site or something like that, it's no problem. They'll drop it off. But when you're out on public land, because typically you have to rent it for a month. Minimum is 30 days.
Okay.
And so if legally
we'll
you
probably
can only
be about 10 or 11
weeks.
days.
Yeah. You can only be in one spot for 2 weeks. But there is a guy over here in Class A that spends the winter out here. I chat with him every winter.
I remember a couple of years ago you were showing me some people down at the end over there that had been there for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, no one's been I don't know if any BLM Rangers are watching or not, but no one's been kicked out of here because they stayed too long.
Yeah, and actually I have friends we all have friends that live in their vehicles. Some of them stay in the same place for months, even though it's only supposed to be 2 weeks. But I think that's more of a rule so that if you're doing something wrong, they can get rid of you.
Sure.
I think that's
if
the
you're
real
making
reason.
a mess of your campsite.
Yeah.
And you look like you've been there.
Blowing up fireworks.
Months,
Excessively.
Throwing trash around.
Throwing trash. Yeah. Something like that. I think that's what that's for. So I don't know the answer to the outhouse question.
I would be inclined to say no. I mean, if we could call a company and ask them if they would deliver it. The other option would be if you had it delivered to your house and you hauled it out here on a trailer. Maybe you could get away with that. That would be a workaround.
That is an idea.
That would be a workaround. I have to think about that.
Yes, I actually have a trailer. You probably do too, actually. A little like utility trailer or something.
I have a larger 14-foot
Yeah,
trailer.
I have like a 10-foot
Yeah.
or 12-foot trailer.
Yeah. So we'll talk some more about that. That would be convenient, except that you got to haul a poop-filled outhouse back home to be emptied out. So you got to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, but you're just gonna maybe deliver it back to the company that
or take it
provided
back
it.
home and keep it for 30 days until they pick it up.
Use it. Yeah,
And
second
you could use it.
second
Yeah,
bathroom.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look who showed up. Hang on a second. Mr. Ron. Can
Hey,
you hear us?
everybody.
Hey,
Steve,
how is the sound? Because we were worried about the wind.
it sounded fine to me. I didn't hear any wind noise at all, and Marshall's not hearing it either from what I saw in the chat.
Okay.
I was
cool.
trying to get on here. It's just the weirdest thing because, you know, when we do our Friday night thing, whatever, whenever I try to connect to StreamYard with my phone, it knocks my phone completely out of service. And I've been trying ever since y'all started, and I still don't have service. And
Yeah.
I'm right by a tower, so I don't know what StreamYard does to my phone, but so I came back inside.
Are you staying in a hotel?
No, I'm staying with a friend.
Oh, it looked like a painting from a hotel room.
Yeah, you have a good solid connection right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. How y'all doing? How you doing, Steve? Good to see you.
Good, doing good. Just got back from Japan. We had to run over there.
Yeah, tell us about
and,
that.
Spend.
We just had to run over to Japan for a minute.
Yeah, just for a minute.
Well, Hiromi's Oki's mom passed away.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry to hear that.
She lived to be 92 years old. And we got word that she passed away, and so we had to run over there and take care of the family stuff. So I mean, it was kind of a quick trip, and we had to find a place for Lucas to put him in a kennel, and that took a little doing too. So, but we got it all done. Got over there, did what we needed to do. I did a little recording, a couple of videos, driving around and looking around. And I just posted that last night, so check that out.
All right. Yes. Pass my condolences on to Oki and to you as well.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sorry for y'all's loss.
So what's going on, bud?
Oh, not too much. Counting down to my heading out to Arizona. I'll be heading out there on the 17th. I believe I'll start out there on the 17th or 18th
of December.
This month, yeah, this month
of November.
I'll be in Arizona by Thanksgiving.
So you're going to hit here for a couple of weeks at Ironwood, because I know you had mentioned that to me when we were in Texas. You had thought about that before you go to the queue.
Well, I hadn't decided, but you know, it's a little bit of a detour from the route I'm taking to get down there. But you know, the chances are good that I'll head down that way just to take a break from driving.
It might not be that cool on the 17th of November, because it's actually supposed to be 91 tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't today. Today and yesterday were great, but
when the cold weather arrives around here, it usually goes from 91 to 45.
Mm-hmm.
The next.
Yeah, I was going to be up in the Fairbanks, not Fairbanks. I was going to be up in the Flagstaff, area.
Flagstaff's nice, but they get snow.
I kind of wanted to be up in that area just to stay up in the cooler part of the state for a little bit longer. You know, but I'm going to be out that way. I got to come back here to Texas for a quick trip in December to get my car registration and inspection and all that done. But except for that, I plan to be out in Arizona through the Ironwood Meetup. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would definitely check the forecast in Flagstaff before you head up there, though, because sometimes they get hit with pretty good snow. And
when that snow lands, head south.
Yeah,
that's basically.
Are they going to be getting snow before the second half of the month up there in that area?
I don't know. Yeah, you never know.
Hard to say.
Yeah. I know it's right on that iffy line being up there, but you know, I don't have way to keep the van cool and stuff, so I don't really want to be in the excess temperatures if I can help it.
You
So
know,
I don't know. We'll see how everything plays out as to whether I come down to Ironwood on my way to Quartzsite, but I'm going to LTVA in Quartzsite, and I'll be hanging out there until it's time to go to Ironwood, Arizona Ironwood 2024.
that's right. Yeah. So I
Just,
didn't even think about
what
that.
are we? 3-month mark or 3 months and counting?
Yep. Yep. And this is the week. This is 3 months for the week from the 3-month point. So
Excellent. I can't see the chat, so hello everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here, and I'm one of the co-hosts of the Ironwood Arizona Meetup, and
yeah. So in the chat it says Marshall says, "Who's this clown?" And Bernays says, "What's he doing here?" Just kidding.
Jokers.
So it's good.
I'm still alive. I've just been working like crazy, and by the time I get done working, I just want to watch a little TV, maybe have a little drink if I got something, and then just chill out and crash.
Work.
That's a 4-letter word.
Yeah, but he does work. He works off and on all day long. So
wow.
Yeah, it's a 4-letter word, but it's a big project, and I'll be done with it about halfway through this month, and as soon as I'm done, heading out that way.
Oh, good. The van doing well. You bought a new van here last year. You brought it out here for the first time.
Yeah, I've had a mishap in it, but I'm working on getting that fixed. So,
okay, not unusual when you live in it. Just
yeah, I mean, I put a lot of miles on a vehicle, and sometimes you're going to run into little mishaps, whether you want to or not, and so especially late dark nights out in the middle of nowhere, and cows are standing in the road, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, yeah, we have cows wandering around here, so anybody who comes out, watch for the black cows, especially at night, because you go around a curve and they're standing right in the middle of the road.
We know something about that.
We know something about that. We know something about that. That's all we'll say, but we know something about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Amanda. How you doing? Let me see if I can see who's all in chat, so I can say a quick hello. I don't have a lot of time. Everybody's getting ready to go out and see a band tonight. So
who are you seeing? It's a local band, right?
It's a band. I'm hoping to go. It's called Radio Chaos, but I don't know. I haven't really decided if I want to go yet, but everybody else is going.
Okay. I just went and saw. Nobody's gonna even know who these bands are, but I just went and saw the Dwarves on Thursday night. You guys probably don't know who the Dwarves are.
The Dwarves.
The Dwarves.
Oh, the Dwarves. No.
Yeah.
No.
The what?
Yeah, they're a pretty big time punk rock band from like the 80s. I mean, been around forever.
Usually when the bands start playing, I'm sleeping.
The Dwarves?
The Dwarves, yeah.
As in
really
little people
tight,
dwarves?
really tight band. Yeah, really good.
As in little people dwarves? Is that what you're saying?
They're also known as the midgets. Just kidding. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You did.
Oh,
yeah.
Hello, Weird Adventures. Hello, Marshall. How you doing, buddy? Gracie and Jacques Adventures.
Hey, Weird Adventures.
Hi, Gracie. Hey, Gracie. Good to see you. I talked to Gracie a couple of weeks ago.
I can see the screen in your glasses. It's cool.
Yeah.
I can see what you're watching.
I'm watching you guys.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you are, because
hey, Bernie.
if you weren't, we'd be able to see what you were watching.
Hey, Bernie, miss you. Mark the Shark is in the house. Lily T. Hi, Lily. Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming in.
So what are you most looking forward to at the meetup?
For me?
Fun. Yeah.
I mean, we had so the first year, and I heard y'all talking about this earlier, but it was just us. There's Steve and Oki and Steve's grandchildren and you and Kelly. And me and Marshall, and that was about it.
I think
on
that
our
was
first,
it,
and it was a New Year's Eve meetup. It didn't work quite the way we calculated it to work. Probably, if we had continued that, it might be something to it. But I like the plan we got together now, doing it the week after the Western Arizona meetups, the Quartzsite meetups, I call them, and so we placed it a week after that, I think it was, a week or so after that, so that when those meetups are pretty much in the bag, everybody that's leaving there, and at least those coming towards the east can stop off at Ironwood and hang out at our meetup. And in 1 year, we increased that attendance from four channels. There was more people than four. It was all of us. But
there were 7 people, 8 people. Yeah.
Yeah. To what? 40 and something like
well, we got
26 channels or something like that.
We didn't get everybody to sign in, but there were 39 people that signed in. Yeah, so I'd say there were at least 45 probably.
So we're I don't know if y'all have a target or not, but I'm hoping for 50 or 60 out there to visit with us at Ironwood this year. You know, we're already planning several things, and we like to try to plan these excursions. You know, last year a lot of the excursions that I took had to do with aviation in the area. So if you're an aviation fan, you know, and want to see some classic old airplanes and jets, there's plenty of stuff out there to see as far as that goes. And just near where you are sitting right now is a glider port, which is pretty cool. I really thought that was cool, and I've still got to get those videos edited. Like I said, I've just been busy, and I've got them all grouped together. That's about as far as I've gotten on some of those that really don't have a timeline attached to them. And I've got stuff coming up that me and Greg did a couple of months ago, and got those grouped together, and I'm going to be working on some of those tomorrow. So yeah, other than just having this big project for work, that's about all I've been able to do for since I've been back here from seeing you, Greg. And I took a break from going out there to visit with you and Amarillo and Roswell and Deming, New Mexico, home of the Great American Duck Races.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got the shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun hanging out with Greg. And, you know, we don't necessarily have to, that's not dated stuff either. So once I can get to it, we'll get it out. And, but we had a good time, and I, you know, took a break from what I was doing to come out there and hang out with. I almost didn't come out there because, but the boss said, you know, go ahead and take that break, and so
yeah, and
so
and
we had a good time.
The way we have it set up is you can just, you know, hang out and socialize, you know, with folks, and not do any wandering, or if you want to pile into a vehicle or follow in your own. You know, we'll go out and we'll wander around and look at the monuments. Really a beautiful area out here. And I'm excited. You guys know Jane Bray? She's from Canada. She's one of Badge's friends.
No, I don't.
She's been a really good channel supporter of mine. And her husband have a camp trailer, and they're going to follow Badge down this year.
Okay.
In fact, they're getting ready to leave to head into the States. And they're
glad to hear.
Meetup too.
Glad to hear Badge is going to be back all the way from Canada. I think.
Yeah.
Was he our furthest visitor the last year?
I would think so.
I think so. Yeah.
You know, we should do that. We should actually do that.
Yeah.
Write that. You know, look on Google Maps, figure out how many miles it was from where you are, and
wait a minute. Hold on. I got to take it back, and maybe it was Mike, the Adventures of Traveling Mike, that was the furthest. I don't know. He's from Florida, but I think he was already out in Arizona. So
he's from New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, New Hampshire, but
in fact, he was the first one out here. He was the first one out here, and he found a spot across the road, and then messaged me and say, I don't know if I'm in the right spot, but I found a spot.
Who are you guys talking about?
Adventures of Traveling Mike.
Oh, well, what about Donovan? Right, is that his name?
Yeah.
Remember, he's from DC.
Oh,
there was somebody from DC.
Was there?
Was that his name? Donovan?
So we had anyway, we had people from all over the place, and it's very convenient to, if you're already in Western Arizona Quartzsite area for any of the meetups that go on out there, Schoolie Palooza or whatever, it's a perfect stopover to go to after that. To continue. Oh, nice. We got the Arizona 2024 meetup stickers.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Can't wait to get mine.
So everybody who shows up will get one of these. That's yours.
Merton and Sue. Cool. Yeah, Merton and Sue. Diana. Yeah, Diana.
Diana, New York, right? Diana
Yeah,
came
yeah.
from New York, so
No,
yeah.
Diana's New Hampshire as well.
Oh, is she really?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this was her
Oh, wait,
first time
wait a
out
minute.
in the desert. She'd
Maybe
never
it's
been out.
Connecticut. Maybe it's Connecticut.
I don't
for
remember.
Diana. Somewhere up there.
Where's Crafty Traveler from?
She's from California.
Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to mention. Crafty Traveler is going to be doing a watercolor class.
Yeah.
So there'll be a painting class for anybody who wants to learn how to paint watercolor, or maybe you already know, but you just want to take part.
Yeah.
You know?
She does postcard watercolor. She's going to have some supplies. Bring some supplies with her, and then she'll ask for donations for anything extra. But she's going to teach watercolor. And then I think Sue from Merton and Sue, I know she's a very accomplished artist as far as rock painting goes. And so,
cool.
You know, she might do some rock painting. Now, I bought a pop-up, a 20-foot long by 10-foot pop-up that I'm going to have available. The clam that we used last year worked pretty good, but it was a little small. And so I think that having a larger area with sides on it in case we get rain, and then we'll put some tables up in there and then kind of use that as a meeting spot for sign-ups or chit-chat or socializing, whatever people want to do. So we'll have a little bit bigger spot kind of in the center of the meetup area.
Let me get Fairy Dust comment. The Adventures of Traveling Mike says he's waiting to head out to the Ironwood Meetup. Captain Jack, Georgia, and Ron Darrow's Adventures are all wanting to come out there.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. That is
we'll
cool.
see if them guys make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Mark Wolf was out.
Yeah, Mark, I posted that in there. Mark Wolf was out here from upstate New York, so
I think
he may be
he
the
was trying
farthest.
to get a hold of me a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and I got word from him. He was trying to get a hold of me. I think I have his number, but he doesn't have mine. But I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him. And I saw Sue, and I don't know if Mert was there, but I saw Sue on somebody's interview the other night. So.
Yeah, they're making their way out this way too. They're up in the northern part of the country, just kind of meandering, and they'll be down here as well.
You think Badge will get Paula to come down?
Well, it'd be cool if he did. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe one of us should talk to her and see.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's shaping up to be another great meetup, and there's going to be all kinds of stuff to do, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I don't know if y'all mentioned this earlier while I was fighting with my phone about the petroglyphs, and there's all kinds of things, ruins out there. There's all kinds of things out there to check out in the area.
And you know what we didn't mention? We didn't mention that there's Rooster Cogburn ostrich ranch right up the street, and they have like it's kind of like a family petting zoo, but giant, like huge petting zoo.
Yeah, up by the freeway, by I-10.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of things to do.
And there's Picacho Peak right there, and that's the location for the farthest western point of a Civil War battle. Mm-hmm. So they actually had a Civil War battle there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 5-on-7 or something like that. It was small, but it happened.
It was a small battle, but they fought with all the heart they had, didn't they?
Now they do reenactments, and it's like 100 on 100. But because everybody
them Civil War reenactments, they get detailed now when you do them in the South.
Yeah.
Well, actually, anywhere really.
Oh, when is I'm just looking at Fairy Dust's comment here. When is their honeymoon? You don't know when it's over.
Well, they're getting married in January, I heard.
Oh, so they might be
the
still
first of the year. So
okay, yeah.
Honeymoon usually lasts for what? 6 months?
I don't know. Ours has been going on for like 30 years,
oh, really?
So 20-something years.
Mine's almost 40. So
ours has been going on for. I should know. I shouldn't say this. I should know for sure exactly the 27 years. She probably doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't know.
She doesn't really care that much either.
Oki and I have been together 39 years almost. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Married for 37.
Weird Adventures. I am awfully sorry, but I've forgotten your name. I know we met at the Quartzsite D's meetup last when we was out there last January, and I've forgotten your name. I know you're. I think it's your dog's name that's weird, right? Star. That's correct. How do I forget that name? that was my mom's
Star.
nickname.
Yeah. Speaking of Dee's meetup, Dee's going to be at our meetup. She's not. I guess
Nice.
she's not.
Yeah,
having
I
it
saw
this
that.
year. She's coming to ours.
Yeah, it's too much for her. There was some talk about other folks doing a meetup up there on her behalf and inviting her, but I'm not sure if that's solidified or not. But she wants to be down.
Bernie says Paula and Nate may be on their honeymoon.
Yeah, right.
Going to Mexico. That's right. They're going to Mexico.
So they're close.
Yeah.
So just
they're
drive
probably
up the
going to
road.
fly right over top of us.
Maybe are you not driving?
I doubt
mean,
it.
they're
They'll probably
nomads.
fly
Come
down
on.
now.
Oh, okay.
No, they'll fly down.
I know
I'm
Gracie's
thinking
coming
that,
out there.
What's that?
Gracie says she's coming out there.
Oh yeah.
Derek and Tanya, that'd be cool.
Oh
Yeah.
really? That would be really.
I got to
cool.
watch out for that little sage, huh, Steve?
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you what, she'll take you down in a heartbeat, and I know somebody who had that happen.
She took my big old butt down.
That was pretty fun.
Steve got it all on film. You can go over his channel. It's a short and watch it over there. But yeah, Sage got me down on the ground and was dragging me around the desert a little bit there.
Yeah. She told you who's boss.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And Derek,
that's
all right, Ron. You knew you weren't the boss anyway, right? You already knew you already knew you weren't the boss anyway. So she told you who's boss. Yeah.
and Tanya's trying to keep Derek in line so he doesn't have
that's no fun.
Before they come down.
Keep Derek in line. That's no fun.
I know.
Yeah. At least until they get here.
Yeah.
I think until they get there. Yeah, I think that's that it wouldn't be Derek if he was in line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a pretty fun guy to hang around. Pretty fun.
Yeah, hung out. Me and Gracie and Perry got to hang out with him and Tanya at Oregon 23, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Was it Oregon 20? No, wait. Oregon 22.
22.
Yeah, 22. I think.
And he's
don't hold me to either one of those. They were there one year or the other.
At some point.
Yeah.
He's
got a new wheelchair, 4-wheel drive wheelchair, so maybe he can take us for rides.
Oh, he can take us for the excursion.
Yeah. We can run him up Red Hill there.
Yeah, right up to the petroglyphs up on the hill. That's good. All right, I'll pencil that. I'm writing that. I'm taking notes, so I'll write that down that he's going to lead the excursion.
Put him down. Yeah, we'll volunteer him since he's not here.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens, right? The guy that's not around gets volunteered.
Yep. Like, well, Marshall's not here. We put everything on him.
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh, Marshall's in the chat. I think Marshall's still in the chat. Marshall, you still in the chat?
Yeah, he sort of got quiet there, so maybe he got.
Yeah.
Wonder if my phone's working yet.
So you haven't put any of those videos out from our trip yet, Ron? I'm almost done with all of them.
I've got them all in one folder.
Yeah, I only have like 2 more videos to post from that whole trip.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you put them out, so I figured, well, as long as you're putting them out, then I got a little bit more time. When you're done, by the time you're done, I should be putting mine out from our little adventure there.
All right, or you could do like the first anniversary since the last adventure. You could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to put out some.
But by the time you post the duck parade,
anniversary stuff.
By the time you post the duck parade, it'll be happening again. It'll be the next year.
Mm-hmm.
You could just do it kind of like it's a preview the week before.
There you go. This is what we did last year.
Yeah, it'll be this much fun again.
Hey, you know what the problem has been with most of that stuff for me when I've had a minute to mess with it is that I couldn't find the footage of that stuff, and I'm like, did I lose an SD card with all that on it or what?
I lost an SD card.
finally found most. I think I've got all of it, but if not, I've got most of it. And
I lost an
so
SD card that actually had a tour of Matty Van Halen's van.
yeah,
it was a really good video too. And then
I mean,
it
they're
also
so
had half of the footage from the drone video that we did, so I couldn't put that out either because they didn't have anything.
they're so tiny. They're so tiny, and you can easily drop it and not even realize that you dropped it, or you put it somewhere and try as you might. When you're living on the road, you got I can have a certain place that I put those things, and for some reason that like where I put my SD storage and all that, and for some reason it's not there when you go to look for it. And that's exactly what happened to me this time. And then I had to think, well, I had that at this point, and then what have I done with it since then? And I looked and tore my van apart looking for that thing, and
or you take it to the car wash and vacuum your van out, and
yeah,
it's gone forever.
Yeah,
the
last time I did that, last time I went to the car wash to vacuum out, I looked over every square inch of that vehicle before I put a vacuum to it, just because of that reason. But I finally found it. It was tucked away in a place where I wouldn't lose it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to find that SD card eventually, but by the time I do, we'll probably be doing 3D videos or something,
right.
Holographic videos by then or something. So.
Yeah, and that's the challenge when you're traveling and recording, and that is you record all these videos and these different shots, and then trying to organize them. I do most everything on my phone, and so when I get back, to home base, I try to dump everything off the phone onto a removable drive and try to organize it a little bit, because sometimes it takes a while for you to get to making the video and doing the editing. So it's
Gracie, I hope that all works out for you.
I was going to ask Gracie, what kind of injection? What is it? What are you having? If you don't mind talking about it, what I'm curious. What
Airwood injections, maybe?
Because I got a pretty bad left knee, and I have an artificial right knee.
How are you doing, by the way? You've had a couple of health issues here lately.
Who's that?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Lately? I always have health issues. Yeah. I always have. I mean, I got a lot of broken bones and titanium parts, so.
Yeah, because when I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, you said you had just gotten out of surgery or something.
Oh, gel injections. Okay.
Okay. So it's like where your cartilage, where you're missing cartilage, I think, if I'm correct there.
Look who's here.
Badge
is here.
Badge.
Wow.
Hey, Badge.
We were just talking about you, Badge.
Yeah, nothing bad. Well, hopefully you didn't hear the bad part, but yeah, most of it wasn't bad, except for what Ron said.
Well, the only bad thing I could say about Badge is when it was 40 degrees out, he was running around with cutoffs on.
That's bad?
Yeah, that's bad. Of course, he's from
well,
Canada.
He was sweating in 40 degrees.
Hey, Busby's here too.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was out here last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Spent the day out here with us.
Yep. And so last
Bernie says Bernie says Mobank says he's coming, and Jill too.
Cool. And he was here last year. Last year.
Yeah.
And Gracie has a very good idea. Take a picture of where you stash things, and then you'll know where you put them.
And then
that's an excellent suggestion.
Take the picture on that SD card, and then you stash that SD card, and you don't know where it is.
Exactly. Well, guys, I've got to take a break. We're about to have visitors here, and they're getting ready to go out to the club to watch this man and all that. So,
because you're a few hours later than us.
Depends on whether y'all still going or not. But just looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys. Somewhere before or after Thanksgiving, if I make it down to the Tucson area. And as for everybody in the chat, hey Busby, good to see you. Everybody in the chat, hello and bye-bye. Good to see y'all.
All right, Ron.
Okay.
Let us know when you get down to the area down here, and we'll meet up with you.
I'll do it.
All right. Thanks for coming, Ron.
See you. We'll see you.
Sorry, cut him off.
That's all right.
Yeah. So I think we're actually kind of wrapped up. I think we talked
Yeah, I
about
think
everything we want to talk
mostly,
about.
Yeah.
So, or that and unless you guys have some more
But,
questions.
You know, Badge just got here, so we should probably hang out a few more minutes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you know, Gracie just asked me, and actually, I don't know if you put it in the chat, Gracie, if that's what it is. It's like for cartilage. Is it?
Yeah, she said gel, some kind of gel.
Yeah, I know that,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to figure out if that's what it is. I'm guessing that's what it is. Not guessing. I actually have done some, investigation, and I think that might be what it is.
I've seen advertisements where there's an injectable something where
Yeah.
you can put in your knee to replace cartilage.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it exactly replaces cartilage, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like a little
Kind of softens
padding
it up or
there.
something,
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to
Yeah.
know about. We are not still doing First Friday, but although Ron and I have talked about possibly doing it, maybe pulling somebody else in to do the 3-part, but maybe we just do it the 2-part. But I think Marshall just is too busy with the van build and other things that he just wasn't able to keep doing it. I think
he was taking care of his mom because she fell and broke her wrist.
Yeah.
And his dad has health issues too, so he's working around the house helping his dad, doing what his dad usually does. So
okay.
Yeah, he's been busy with family.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that too. I was thinking, I actually talked about that with Kelly, and I did talk about it with my doctor just on the online portal. But I haven't really had her look at it and tell me what she thinks. So I'm gonna probably do that also.
Yeah, I'll have to go there eventually too.
Yeah.
I had a torn meniscus back in 2018. And when the VA doctor repaired it, he said, "You'll be back here eventually for a knee." So
Yeah.
It would be nice. You had a knee done on the right side?
I had 2 ACL tears on the right side,
Oh.
one on the left side, meniscus on the left side. I've had and then when I had a car accident, they had to actually replace this with a titanium.
Oh, okay.
Not the whole thing. Some of it's real bone, but some of it's titanium.
But it's
I don't know
worked
enough
out
about
okay.
it. But it's actually, I don't have any pain in that knee.
I haven't talked
It's
to
the
anybody.
the real knee that has the pain.
Right. Some people I talk to, they get the knee replacement, sometimes have swelling for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually goes down, I guess, but that would be my only worry. But most people I've talked to have no trouble with a knee replacement. So
yeah, I had it in '98, in 2000. No, that was 98. 98 and 2000, I actually had the ankle replacement. So I have an artificial ankle joint from that accident that they had to replace his knee in '98. Also, my left femur.
You see this?
Some parts of my pelvis, and
see this old Cherokee back here? That's a '98. It's still running, and so are you.
Yeah, but I'd probably run better than me. But
sorry, I bumped the
there.
table.
There it is. I'm trying to. There's the Cherokee.
And that's what Mobang drove last year when he was out here. So I had more vehicles than I had drivers, and he said, "Well, I've never driven off-road before, Steve." And I said, "Okay, well, you're going to learn today."
Yeah.
So I put it in 4-wheel drive, and gave him the key, and off we went. And then when we were finished, I gave him a certificate, qualified for off-road driving.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this is. Oh, there it is. Badge left a comment, says this is a guy driving from Canada to go to Meetup. I must be sick, laugh out loud, and bringing friends. What friends are you bringing?
That would be Jane.
Okay.
Yeah, Jane.
You brought a friend last year also, and last time.
Yeah.
It's this year, and I can't remember what her name was, but she had the schoolie.
Yeah, she had a schoolie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely glad you're coming, Badge. That's cool. So, are we gonna wrap it up, you think?
Yeah, you're at 54 minutes.
Yeah, we were only talking about going 40 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
So we're almost an hour now. So I guess we will be wrapping it up. Thanks for coming and joining us, and hope that we have answered some of your questions. I don't see that many questions on the meetup. So, but like Marshall had mentioned or put in the chat, that there's a Facebook group, and you guys can go there. And if you have a question, just ask a question. You can also go into some of the chats. There's a couple chats on there, and leave comments or questions or answers or whatever, as long as it's pertaining to the Arizona Ironwood Meetup. And we'll do our best to help, and others know the answers to these questions too. So they can help you too.
Yep.
All right.
And I think a lot of folks in the chat were here last year. I think James Catnays is here, and he talked about.
Oh yeah.
He talked about coming down also.
Yeah, so, I saw that in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
You mentioned that. Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see him and his wife.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. I hope you can make it. And I think we're going to have a good turnout. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, we had, I'd say, 40 vehicles last time, and I think we might have 60 this time. But if we don't, we don't.
We'll deal with whoever comes. You know, the idea is just to have a good time and show folks around that want to wander.
Right.
And I'll come out here early before the meetup officially starts, and I did that last year. So, for example, Mike was here from New Hampshire, Adventures of Traveling Mike.
Right.
You know, I drove him out to the monument, gave him a one-on-one tour, and I'll do that for anybody that's never been here before.
Mm-hmm.
So like Jane Bray, who's coming with Badge, I'll take her and her husband out and show them around, give them a private tour, and before we do the actual scheduled stuff, the folks that come out here for the first time, especially ones that have never experienced the desert before, you know, it's pretty fun to show people, wow, there's a saguaro cactus and it's 300 years old and they've never seen one. It's really fun to show people that. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, to us, it's just that's just what there is.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Hope to see you guys, and thank you for being on here with me, Steve. And I guess we're going to sign out. So we'll see you next time. No scheduled live streams, but I do have a video. I just put a video up yesterday, and I've been trying to post 2 videos a week and at least 15 shorts a week. So I'm out there. What about you, Steve? What do you got?
I have a live stream scheduled for Monday morning. I haven't put it up yet, but I'll have one Monday morning, 8 o'clock Arizona time. And don't forget, we got time change, right? Sunday night. So
for everybody else.
Yeah, my live will be an hour off, depending on what part of the country you are, but it'll be Mountain Standard Time, 8 a.m.
Yeah, and we don't do daylight savings here, so
no.
Yeah, so everybody else changes. All right, thanks for being here. We'll see you. Have a nice day.